here. What I've done is I've cut my 2x4s up into the proper sizes and proportions. I used them, as you can see here, just made a 2x4 frame, nothing fancy. And the 2x4 frame here is just a little bit bigger than my flats. And that's determined by the size of my window. Now, the 3 flats is a little bit wider than my window, but it's okay because it covers the majority of it, within an inch or two. So, we have the bottom frame here, and the top frame, which has a larger back on it. The reason we have the larger back on it is so we can get our glass to slope on there for rain and stuff like that, and to have better southern exposure. So, I'm going to screw these pieces together, and then we'll make our sides and make the top with our piece of glass. Stay tuned. Alright, here we are in one of the last stages of building our cold frame. We have our piece of glass, window, plastic, whatever you happen to have, put in just temporarily so we can get an idea of how we need to have this piece cut. This is a fairly easy cut, given the fact that we have 2 2x4s in the front and 4 in the back. So all we have to do here is make up our sides with 2 whole 2x4s. And then essentially all we're going to do is we're just going to cut corner to corner, which with the one cut it'll give us the pieces for the both sides. So we'll mark this from corner to corner, and we'll cut it, put it in place, screw them in, and then we'll finish putting on the top pieces. Alright, here we are. Completed cold frame. Total construction time is about 15 to 30 minutes depending on your skill set. As you can see, nothing real difficult, no complicated cuts or anything like that. I think the real gist of it is keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate it if you don't have to. As far as hinges go for my piece of glass, this piece of glass, really, you can't really use hinges on it. Now depending on whichever piece you get, you might be able to use hinges on it. Luckily this is just a metal frame around this piece of glass, and the metal flexes enough and acts as more than enough hinge to get your plants in and out, and to provide ventilation whenever it gets a little warm outside. With a little warm, I mean anything really above 60 during the day, maybe even the 50s. The seedlings can survive that, and if you leave it closed, the temperatures might get too high in there for the seedlings to take. So it's always a good idea to leave it open just a little bit on days you know it's going to be a little warmer. Also, I would recommend rotating your flats. Take this one, put it over here, just keep moving them down, because you will tend to get more shade on one side than the other. If it's southern facing, you're going to get more shade on this side as the day progresses on. So, like I said, rotate them, and that's about it. Appreciate it. Have a good night.